In this tutorial, I want to share with you how to use Sparkline charts. Okay, so Sparkline charts are very important charts that can give you an advantage or an idea of your data, the breakthrough of your data and how it's going to behave before you even do normal plotting in your Excel workbook. So generally, Sparkline charts are one-way charts or they are single-axis charts. It's different from the normal charts in that we have X and Y axis in the other charts, but in Sparkline charts, we always have a single axis. Okay, so it can give you the distribution, the behavior of a given data just in a pictorial form. You can visualize it very easily with Sparklines. So all you need to do to start using Sparklines is to come to the Home tab over here, and you can come all the way to Insert. Okay, and you can see Sparklines over here. So basically, there are three types of Sparklines. There is line charts, and there is column chart, and there is a wheel loss chart. And I'll show you how to use all of these in this very tutorial. All right. So for this tutorial, at this point, if you want to insert a sparkling chart, all you need to do, let's start with column chart. You can just click on column chart, and it will show you to choose the data that you want. Okay, which data do you want? So you just click on this to choose the data. For example, I want to choose this data. Okay, so I've just selected everything, this pricing, and I click on OK or hit on enter, and it's going to return to this. So the next thing is choose where you want the Sparklines to be placed. The default one is this location, this very cell, okay, cell E23. But if you want to change it, you can come over and select this. And in my own case, I want to just put it just above the pricing that I just selected. So I select this and hit enter or click on this. And I have selected this, and we can click on OK, and it's going to give you an idea of the data. Okay, so this is Sparkline charts. So one thing you should pay attention to is as soon as you select OK to plot the Sparklines, you will see that the Sparkline tab come into existence. So which means you have a lot of features that you can use to edit or to play around with to enhance your experience with the use of the Sparklines. So the first one you need to pay attention to is the style. You have different kind of styles with different coloration around color palettes that you can easily click and select and change your chart accordingly, right? You can change it to any coloration, maybe to this color or to any color. And then down to the left, you can see you have different kind of high points. You can specify high points, you can specify low points, you can specify negative points, and they will all have this the same or different color. For example, I may want to have a first point in different color, a last point in different color, and I may want to highlight the high point and the low point and even the negative points, even though I don't have negative point in this. But then they are appearing to be nearly the same color, the first and last point. You can differentiate that from here by just coming to marker color and just select. So you have the high point over here, so you can select any color. You have the low point, you have the first point, you have the last point, and you can vary them accordingly. So let's say we have the high point, and I can make it to something like yellow or this coloration, and we have the low point, and I can make it something like this color, green. I can make it green, the lowest point, and we can have the first point, and I can give it something like anything. Okay, so maybe we can go with something like this black color. All right, and I can have negative value. For example, here I may have maybe negative 18. I may change this to negative value, and you can see it has just changed everything, and it brought in a negative value in the chart. So you can try to increase the size so you can see it clearly. Now you can see the chart coming out very clearly. So the negative value is taking on the green color. So you can double click. You can click on it to bring back the Sparklines, just like so. And if you are free to change the coloration as you move, you can play around with the coloration. You can change and you can see as you are changing the marker color and all the other details, it is equally changing in the styles accordingly. So you can change the chart type, you can change the chart type, or you can edit the data over here if you want. You can select a different data. And then down here you have the axis. You can play around with the axis. You can show data axis. You can show it from horizontal axis to vertical axis minimum value to vertical axis maximum value and so on. So you can put data axis type, for example. So let's say we select show axis, and once we show axis, you can see it has shown the axis directly from here. Before this, it is just an imaginary axis that separates between the top and bottom or between the data. So now it's very clear. So you can clear the different things. You can clear selected sparklines, you can clear selected sparkline groups in cases if you have any. And you can change the sparkline coloration generally. Okay, you can change the sparkline coloration, the base one, which is the normal ones over here, not the top, not the bottom, not the high, not the low. The normal ones, you can change it to any color of your choice. For example, over here, you can change it to this color, and you can see it has just changed. Another thing you should pay attention to is once you are satisfied with the chart, you've plotted it to your liking, you can just select it and you can come to this smaller icon. If you want to replicate it to the other cells or the other columns, you can just select that particular sparkline charts, and you can come down here until your cursor changes to this small cross sign. You can just drag across all the other cells that you want to replicate, and once you release, you can see it has changed everything to the sparkline chart, and it gives you an idea, a quick idea of how your data is going to be. And I think this kind of looks cool, and because you just a single click, you have achieved all this, and it's very, very detailed and explanatory, self-explanatory. If you want to change the chart type, you can select all the charts and you can come back to sparkline chart. You can make it a line chart if you want by just clicking on line chart, and you can see everything is very clear. Now you can see the high points, you can see the low points, and you can play around with them and change accordingly. You can change the high points and low points, and even the negative point coloration. You can do change all that from here as well if you want. So this is how to change it to line chart, and you have different kind of features to enable, just like we have highlighted in the normal column chart. You can do equal the same thing over here and do some sort of arrangement so that you can have a better understanding of the data. And then you can check it, you can change it to win loss. Win loss also, you can just give you all the positive will be at the top, which is the winning point. Value or data will come at the bottom, just showcasing loss. Okay, it's just like the name implies, win loss. Okay, but for ease of understanding and for clarity, I always prefer the column chart because I think it's much more self-explanatory and it's very, very easy to understand and read your data and have an understanding of what you are plotting before you even go into detailed analysis of your data. All right, so this is Sparkline charts. Feel free to try it. I will leave this Excel data in the description. You can just click on it to just have an understanding or to have a try of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.